Growing up in the 1980s, it never occurred to me that there would be any kind of LGBT content in school beyond somebody yelling faggot at me in the hallway.
If you do not see LGBT people explicitly in our country's history, then you wonder as a youth, am I valued?
We've been fed the lie that we don't belong. That's a tragedy. If we can change that narrative to the truth, that we have families, that we've always had history, that we've always belonged, it would change everything.
California will become the first state to require LGBT history curriculum at public schools under the Fair Education Act.
The Fair Education Act said that for any public school in California, if you are adopting new history or social science books, you need to have fair, accurate, inclusive, respectful representations of people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender.
Study after study has shown that when you include LGBT content actually in the curriculum, bullying goes down, campus climate for everybody goes up. For LGBT students in particular, they have a greater feeling of safety. They have a greater engagement with being at school.
Our Family Coalition has been working for the visibility of LGBTQI families for 20 years. So we had this huge call to action internally for our Family Coalition saying it's our moral responsibility to step in right now to help lead the full-on implementation of the Fair Education Act.
It was one thing to get the bill passed. It was another thing to get it implemented. Our Family Coalition was there at the beginning, and our Family Coalition took the lead, bringing forward the public support for what we were doing.
Our Family Coalition absolutely stepped up to the plate to invest in curricular reform.
When we saw what the textbook companies were actually proposing, we were horrified. They had not included a lot of what we would like to have seen included, and so we had to push back and mobilize in a very different way.
What our Family Coalition did is they went through the framework, grade level by grade level, line by line, and provided targeted suggestions. And that was amazing that they would actually go to that depth to do that.
When we see the textbooks come out in 2018 and 2019, they're going to have at least 80% of the LGBT content. And that's because of the work that our Family Coalition was doing on the ground.
We really stretched our resources, but it was so clear to everybody involved that this was historic.
Our Family Coalition, you rock, you roll. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. We could not have done this without you.
My oldest daughter, who's now 12, will be seeing LGBT content in her history curriculum for the first time. I also have a daughter who's now in kindergarten. And for her, and I think this is wonderful, she's gonna be like, there was never a time when this wasn't here.
And yet, we're not done.
It's going to take a ton of resources to continue this story throughout all of the school districts in California. Resources, that's what we need.
Organizations like OFC are imperative right now because what we need is to be able to have people continuously supporting teachers.
Because teachers want to know and understand how to provide this type of inclusive instruction in their classrooms.
We are in a battle for reality. Folks across the country are going to be looking to adopt textbooks that might come from Texas or might come from California. We are going to be fighting to see whose truth is told and prevails. If properly resourced, we can be supporting folks across the nation for other states to also execute what we've been able to do in California.
I really see our Family Coalition as an organization where if you're giving to them, they will take your money, take your energy, and transform it into something much bigger.
We want to make sure that the people that come after us are better off. And not just better off, but better than us. Better understanding, better caring, better at empathy, better at creating a world where we understand that we all belong.